Excuse me, my child waited till just this moment to ask to get on the desktop, which is right beside me. So he's got to move the other chair in.
Yeah.
There's like just enough room for these two chairs to sit side by side. So we got to like shift it. You want to say hi? Look, it's Cody. You know Cody. Yeah. He almost smacked me in the face to wave to you, Cody.
Sorry.
Worth it. Worth it.
Worth it, sir.
Perfect.
Hi, everybody. Hope everyone's doing good. While we let people trickle in, go ahead and tell me how your weekend was. Your weekend was good?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I got like nothing done this weekend because my niece had a birthday party, which was great. Not only because I got to see my niece, but because I got to spend time with my new niece, her little sister. She's only like 5-6 months old. And because of like gas prices and just everything going on, I haven't been able to see the baby much. So that was fun. And then Chris and I had a date on Sunday for the first time in forever. And then my children, every spare moment I had, held me captive to help them with Zelda Ocarina of Time. And it was super nostalgic for me. Because like I grew up helping my sisters play Ocarina of Time and stuff. So
what'd you do for the date?
For the date, we went and we had breakfast at Waffle House. And then we went to see Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and then we came home. It was a very early date day because my mom graciously agreed to watch the children, even though this was my dad's first weekend off in like a month, but it was also Chris's first weekend off for a month and a half. So she was like, we will make it work. Are you okay with getting up early? And I'm like, I don't like saying hello to the sun in the morning, but I will do so. So
I do not like doing morning salutations, but
I'm just not built that way, even though I wish I was. But yeah, so it was great. We had a wonderful time. Like after we ate, we sat in the parking lot of the theater for like a half hour because the movie hadn't started yet, but I didn't want to walk around. So
Fair.
Very fair. I feel that.
Yeah.
Luckily, my husband and I like each other's company, so it wasn't bad. We enjoyed ourselves.
Luckily, we like each other, so you know
that helps.
Yes. Well, I know
longevity.
some people who are like they genuinely can't talk to their spouses, like just talk to them for 15 minutes, and I'm like, what? Why are you married?
Why? What?
Was it for taxes? It was for taxes.
I bet it's also dual income. I feel that. I get that.
Yeah.
I misheard you, and I thought you meant dueling, and I was like.
Okay, listen, I need a play partner. So it's gonna be you or gonna be
My
married.
fiction brain was like, are they piloting mecha? Or are they
Iron Widow style? Yes.
Yeah.
Just with less death, preferably.
Said hello.
That's me. Hi.
Hello, everyone. I think I see new peoples.
New peeps.
Well, new to me peeps, which welcome. This is the you could come on a tame day, you can come on a something else day, but it'll always be a good time.
What am I getting read for this time?
Cody, but I don't care. Oh.
He just got here.
I was gonna say, wait, what am I getting read for this time?
I think it had to do with Michael saying hi.
Oh, okay. Okay, because I'm like, right.
Yes. I found out I'm working Thanksgiving, so I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Oh, yuck.
Just picked up mom from the airport and cleaned the house for the food holiday. Aw, yeah.
I have a food holiday off. I'm so excited.
Same.
Chris has Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off, and then works Saturday. And then he works the weekend.
I only have Thursday off, which I'm kind of sad about.
No, he has those days off where you don't even go to school the rest of the week. You just got tomorrow. Remember? Y'all asked me like 20 times last night. Sorry. No, they go to school Monday and Tuesday, and then they have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off.
Oh, that's
which I was always like, why are we bothering to go Monday, Tuesday? Because teachers don't really do lesson plans those days. We don't. Why are we here?
What's the point? Just give us the 2 days.
What? Oh yeah, you started learning fractions today. Okay, so you actually had lessons. You just don't have homework.
I learned fraction at 3rd grade.
Well, now you're learning more fractions at 4th grade. Good, busy, crazy, insane, and running around like a maniac at a theater that I volunteered at in multiple capacities. Sounds fun.
Okay.
I had a really great weekend. Heck, it's been a great writing month. Ooh, love that.
Okay.
Hello. I know who you are. Tiffany.
Yes, yeah.
My brain was like, you're not allowed to know her name. It was the big Shakespeare festival that I participated in during high school.
That was fun.
Somehow I also managed to win Nano.
Oh, that's
already great.
With the craziness.
Look, I'm just impressed. I am trying so hard to control myself because I hear one of my children in distress over Skyward Sword. I have to work now. I must be responsible.
I am not participating in Nano because I never do, and
I
have
am
other pursuits right now.
I am participating in my own way because I can't participate in Nano the traditional way, no matter what year it is, because once August hits, it's just birthday central in my family. So I'm trying, but I wanted to get back into like daily writing, so I was trying to do 100 words a day, and if I had a day where I couldn't write, then I would just try to do like 200 the next day, but it would be on my like checklist as 100 for yesterday, 100 for today.
Right.
And that worked up until I had to write the blurb for my website, and then I got major brain fog. And I'm somebody who likes writing blurbs and synopsises, but I was just like, this book is about nothing. It's about no one.
It's about nothing and everything. We are all amoeba.
I finally wrote the blurb this morning, though, during Barret's stream, actually. And I've been refining it on and off with Fox today, because he eviscerated my first version, and then we went back and forth talking about blurb formats. But I like its current format, so we're good.
Oh, I'll never work on my website.
I don't work on my website. He does my website, but I have to do the blurb. I have to do the text part. So I have to do the blurb for the website so that he has stuff to put on it. Y'all, get yourself, if you are personality compatible with Aries, get yourself an Aries critique partner, an Aries alpha reader. I don't care. They will not care about your feelings, but your work will improve.
they will be mean, but it will be great.
You will spend some time crying in the bathroom alone.
But that's okay.
Several of the things was, several of the notes was just, you can do this better. This is fine, but it can be improved. And I'm just sitting here going, fine. It's like, I'll figure it out.
I don't think I said how my weekend was. So my weekend was supposed to be nice.
That's fair, Kelly.
Because my roommates were supposed to go up north for their anniversary. And it was just supposed to be me and then like 2 other adults and 3 children. But it was just, I was going to be alone upstairs. It was going to be nice. And then his girlfriend got sick.
Oh.
So then they came home. And I was like, okay. They went all my non-plans I had this weekend.
They went all my non-plans.
I had no plans, but there they all went out the window.
Well, sometimes it's the plans to like walk around in just your underwear. Or
I do that anyway.
Oh, well.
Like, I do that anyway.
It's like, there went all my plans.
Yeah. Shoot. I did that before stream, and then I was like, I have to be on stream. I have to put on clothes.
At least a top.
At
my
least.
sister called me this morning and she was like, "Hey, Mom and I are gonna be on your side of town, and then we have some errands to do. Do you want to like ride with us and stuff?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's fine." And I'm like, "How far away are you?" And she goes, well, we're just turning off of the road for our house." And I was like, "Okay, I have time to find real pants." My sister goes, "Yeah, that's why we're leaving so late. I had to find my real pants."
Yeah.
Listen, finding pants is hard. Excuse the pile of pants over there, but
That's a mood since 2020 for me.
So I feel I have to explain this. Ever since I told Chris that like I was gonna guest on Barret and Barret was gonna guest on mine, he loves Final Fantasy VII, and
Oh.
there's a character from a rebel group called Avalanche, and his name is Barret, and so that is all he is thinking. So
yeah.
I'm
Seen it.
gonna show you a thing Chris edited earlier.
Shows me.
That's not the dude from Avalanche. He doesn't have a gun for an arm. What is this? I was promised a gun for an arm.
Share screen. I almost accidentally kicked Cody out, and then Cody, we would have heard about how he was like, "I was fired again."
Again. For the
20
fifth time. Or is it the sixth at this point? I don't know. Who's keeping
I think you add a number every time you bring it up.
Probably. Let's be honest.
So this is what Chris made.
Oh. I would be a bit of a letdown compared to that.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
That's this. Granted, this is the Barret from the new one.
You better
the
not
remake,
tell that
yeah.
to my husband, because he'll be like, "Yeah, definitely got the downgrade on that one."
He also has a machine gun for an arm.
Of course he does. Of course
Yeah.
he does.
Hence why he has no machine gun for an arm. But that's
My
not
Scorpio beta reader really put me through the ringer. The feedback was super helpful, though. That's fine. I also vouch for Scorpios. They are similarly do not care about your feelings.
Yeah.
Sam, do you want to find out where our incompetent vampire works? We know who his roommates are. So I got a board, and as I was writing exercise, wrote a blur. Yes, Kelly, send it to me. So for those of you who don't know, last week, me and Laura in chat just went absolutely wild, coming up with. I have the notes here. So it's a story about 4 roommates in a border house. Our main character is a vampire who's poor, because it all started because we were talking about vampires, and I was like, and of course the vampire has to be rich, because honestly, if you've been a vampire for centuries and you're not rich, you fail at being immortal. And then we were like, well, what if story about vampire who is bad at being a vampire? And so but this vampire is bad at everything. They're bad at being a vampire. They're bad at being immortal. They're bad at romancing. They're a line cook who's bad at cooking. We don't know how they have their job, but they do. And then the roommates there's a hunter who's like the best monster hunter ever, but feels so bad for this vampire because they're so bad at being a vampire. They spare them. They just live together. And then there's a human who's allergic to like everything. And the vampire keeps accidentally almost killing them through their allergies. And then the 4th roommate is a literal manic pixie, who is madly in love with the vampire. And of course, the vampire has no idea about this. And like, the manic pixie actually owns the boarding house, but is just pretending to be a tenant because this was their grand plan to get with the vampire. What's up, babe?
And this all was created just in chat, like last time you guys were hanging out. I don't plan that much for novels I write.
Yeah, you better explain why you would have made me Jessie on the thumbnail. I know we look alike, but I don't like her. I would have been more understanding of Aerith. Sorry.
Who would have been my edit? Probably no one, let's be honest.
No, he has somebody for you. Yes.
Chris, who is it? Chris, who is it?
Cody's demanding to know, can I tell him? You're Wedge.
Wedge?
Yeah. Yeah, she can have soda. All right.
Oh, you know what? I'm not even that mad.
Okay, so yeah, Barret, this was all just in chat because we were just like talking, and then I would spitball an idea, and then chat would throw out an idea, and then I took notes.
Oh.
You know, can't even that
It
mad.
was
I
great-
am a wedge.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun. All right, so Kelly, I will read all of that after we do our intros because we are at 15 minutes, and I will not be yelled at by the Shadow Fox.
I'm currently being yelled at by him, so it's fine.
Go, Cody.
Hello, hi everybody. My name is Cody Keller. I'm a gay artist, like to make gay shit because street people have it too good for too long. Currently reworking myself to be an illustrator / 3D artist soon. So who knows in the next 3 years? Follow me down below for this wild adventure.
Congrats. I love that.
Thanks. I'm trying real hard. It's also hard.
Transitioning to a new thing always is. I feel it. Hi, my name is Barret Laurie. On my story, I talk about my journey to traditional publishing. It's not going well. Spoiler alert. My stories about ordinary queer kids living extraordinary lives. If you want to watch me fail at that miserably, come over and hang out with me doing that on my channel. I also host Critique Group Live on Sundays coming back in December. We do writing contests for writers and try to support each other on our journey. Thanks for having me, Sam.
No problem. Thanks for being here. And I am Writing Samantha L. Nasset. This is my channel where I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer-parent things. On Mondays, I host live streams very much like this a lot, where we chat and get some writing done, have a good time. Other times, I like to host certain kinds of events. Like next week, we will be having our Flash Fiction Free-for-All. It will be our second one. I'm very excited, especially since Stevie stole Matt's champion crown.
Did she really though, or did she earn it?
Whether or not it was earned, she still defeated him. So it's all good.
Oh yeah. Kick this face
If
in.
you would like to see samples
Satisfying.
of my writing, you can go to my website, samanthaalnasset.com, where I have a spooky flash fiction, Until Pizza Do Us Part, and a villainous murder short story, All That Glitters. And if you like those and you would like exclusive early access to future shorts, because I do select betas and such first from my newsletter subscribers, you can sign up to my newsletter. If you like all of this, you can go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe, ring-a-ding that bell so you're always notified of when I do things and when I go live. And if you want to tip me, you can do so at my Ko-fi down below.
Give Sam money.
Yes. Oh, my whip is also queer this go around. Ladies. All right, so our vampire. Edna's all-night diner at the Fae Anywhere. Any Wind Feeds the Magical Communities of the World is run by Edna, who may or may not be an original Salem witch. Feeds all different Fae. Waitresses are fairies who get glitter all over the place from their wings.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Track.
The kitchen manager is an orc, and the cooks are dwarves and vampires. Are we talking Norse dwarves or Tolkien dwarves? Because that will decide my judgment here. Supernatural sitcom, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought of that one show with the werewolf, vampire, and ghost as a roommate. Yeah.
Being
Hey,
Human.
what's
Being
that?
Human.
Yes, Being Human.
I
Oh, I
love
love
that show. Did you see
There's
the
a
British version?
Can you hear
No.
my what?
I didn't know it
British
was
one.
the British version.
I think it's originally a
Yeah.
British show, and then the Americans were
British.
like, "We can do this."
Yeah, it was a British show, and then there's an American remake, which happens more often than I thought would be a thing because they're the same language. But
I think there's also The Office did that too.
House of Cards, Queer as Folk. They did it
Wait, Queer as Folks are a British show?
Yeah, the
I need
British
to watch
show
the British one.
here. Yeah.
yeah, that's like there's a British and an American Office, and
Yeah.
I've only seen the
just
American Queer as
apparently-
Folk.
no, we make their shows a lot, and I think they remake some of ours. It's a thing.
Yeah.
And the diner looks like a 50s style diner no matter when and where it is, and always shows up on a foggy corner. Yes.
Yeah.
It was a well-earned crown. Being
I
Human, love that show.
I love Sally so
Tolkien
much.
dwarves for me, but they can be Norse dwarves if you want. Well, I like Norse dwarves first, but that's just because, well, it's in part because dwarves are Norse and Tolkien stole the name and changed what they were. So, and it upsets me when people think of dwarves, they think of Tolkien's dwarves and not the original Nordic ones, which are basically just obsidian-skinned elves. Because that was the main difference between elves and dwarves in Nordic mythology, is if they had obsidian or whatever color skin elves have. I can't remember at the moment. But yes. Woo, Norse dwarves. Yes, you do need to prep prompts, Fox. Fox has a lot of work to do for my stream next week because he spoils me.
Wow.
Yeah, so that I can compete in the Flash Fiction free-for-all and it be fair, Fox prepares all of the prompts and the graphics and stuff. So
Nice.
I don't actually have to do much. I mean, except host it. I do have to host it, but other than that.
Which takes energy from your people battery.
I don't have a people battery that functions that way. I'm an extrovert.
Oh my gosh, you're a rare one among us.
She is so much of an extrovert that she not only feeds our energy, she gives it back to people.
Some people, yes. If we're compatible, I can refill your battery even if you're an introvert.
Okay.
At least that's what some of my friends tell me.
Refill.
Me, when I'm like, man, I have to leave at 11, 4 hours after stream. Me and Sam are still chatting. And I'm an introvert.
Tell me you have to leave. Wow. I normally mom you.
I do actually have to leave right after stream. So I have a bedtime.
I was just saying, I'm just old and get tired. Like, I'm like, how do you guys talk past 10?
Oh, I'm nocturnal. So I'm trying to keep a solid bedtime of like 1 a.m.
I'm just immortal.
Oh my God. I'm in like my third REM cycle by 1 a.m.
I wish. So like 11 o'clock is when I start to like finish up doing everything. Midnight is screen shut off time.
Guest is offering to be around, so I have even less work to do.
Oh,
I'll consider it. But yes. Everybody go vote on the poll because I forgot to put the poll up.
Whoops.
Oh, it's not your fault. I literally just put it up right now. So.
Oh, we've got a tie. Oh my gosh.
That's fine. In the event of the tie, I just decide because I am also a unicorn in that I'm very decisive.
I was going to say, Sam will decide on whichever number she likes better. Whichever one looks better.
If there's a tie between 30 and anything else, it's going to be 30. Because 30 is prettier. 30? I remember there was... Yeah, 30 is prettier because it's my birthday.
Oh, I like that.
Thank you. I had one person once who, because there was like a tie, and I'm like, well, we're just going to go with this one then. And they were like, well, what was the point of the poll? And I was like, the poll is so I could see your opinion. This is not a democracy. I
can overrule all of you.
Authoritarian rule.
It's like, I will take your opinions into consideration. However, at the end of the day, I'm doing what I want to do.
Because
I inherited that attitude from my mother. Whom is a Sagittarius. Oh, my daughter, she's my youngest. Her birthday is next Wednesday.
Oh, happy
birthday. The 30th. It's kind of funny, right? Because her due date wasn't like until the first week of December, but my mom was like, I need her to be born on the 30th so I can remember her birthday because then it will be the same as your birthday.
Hey, and it worked.
She came a couple days early. And my mom was like, see, she listens to me. And I'm like...
She loves her Grammy already.
She is the most rebellious of all of the children. But
that's why the youngest... I was going to say that's why the youngest is my favorite, but I don't have a favorite because I know next to nothing but all of them.
That's fair.
So it's hard to have a favorite.
30 minutes, one fair and square. So
wow.
I think I know the most about the middle child, and the only reason why I do is because they've appeared on screen the most. I think it's the middle or the oldest.
The oldest.
Yes, this is the oldest one.
The middle's camera shy. Most often, if you see a child like do this, and then my camera goes off, it was my middle one.
Yeah, that okay, cool. So I'm like, I know one of them is really camera shy, but the other one is full on like, oh, there's a camera. Hello.
No, this is my outgoing extrovert, aren't you?
What?
You like people and talking to people and being on camera. Are you murdering somebody? Are you sure? Because that's a crowbar.
Because that's like crowbar, sir. I can see it.
He's playing a game where things are, I think, are trying to kill him. It's
No,
fine.
it's Gary's one. Whoa!
All right, I know it's Gary's
No.
mod,
No, that's creepy. That's creepy.
but you're shooting at something.
That's toy Freddy.
Okay, but why were you shooting him?
Because he's creeping me out.
Because he's creeping you out. That's a low bar, child.
When I don't look at my animatronics, it moves.
Is it trying to kill you then?
Yes, it's trying to kill me.
Then that's what I said.
Just like in the game.
So I was right. He's playing a horror game where something is trying to kill him.
Mm.
Die. It cannot die!
Hey, your thing's loud and it's copywritten.
It's copyright?
Yes. Do you want to get me a copyright strike? All right. Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, what are you two working on? I will be working on fine-tuning the blurb and then researching animals for my shifters.
I was going to do some practice drawing, and then I got a very threatening direct message to read a certain short story that I've not read yet. So we'll be reading that first.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get through revisions on this story Query Like Me so I can be ready to query in January. I wanted to get through 9 more pages today. I don't see that happening tonight in the short amount of time, but maybe. So who knows? It's the magic of Nano. Maybe I could get through 9 pages of revisions. Who knows?
We'll try to help you get there.
Send Red Bull
Right,
and cocaine, kids.
I mean, you want Adderall? I got a lot of that.
Yeah, ship it right over.
Go ahead and let us know what you're working on in the chat while we sprint. And then we'll be back in 30. Sorry, my child got jump scared and startled me. Do y'all want to count us down?
I have a music box.
Guess first.
When I don't window.
You want to count us down, Barrett?
Mom?
Shit. What am I
You
supposed
can.
to say?
You just 3, 2, 1.
That's it.
Oh, God, I got into notes. Counting down, you're worth it. 3, 2, 1. Nailed it.
infant fox.
And we're big.
Oh wow.
Hello,
I finished the story at
Nice.
semi gunpoint. It was really good. I only say semi because he only threatened to fire me. No.
It's one of those things where is that even a viable threat anymore?
I mean, he did say I could fire you, so
Like when I threaten to end my children, they just kind of shrug it off at this point.
right? You're just like, at this point.
They get more upset when I tell the dog I'm like, look at the dog when they're annoying me. I'm like, I'm gonna end you, and they're like, don't end the dog, and I'm like, children, I've been threatening you with that longer, and I haven't actually ended any of you yet. The likelihood of me doing anything to the dog is 0.
It's low likely.
What's your question?
Yeah. Oh, what is it?
I have 12 viewers watching. Yes, there's 12 people.
Okay.
That was my middle. I was about to ask Barret how he did, but then his camera.
No, I'm good. I keep every time I blow my nose because sinus.
Wow.
I turn the camera off and the mic off. Earlier today, I turned the camera off and forgot the mic, and Morgan Lee was like, "Wow, like, maybe mic and forget the cam," and I was like, "Okay." So anyway, sorry about that. I got through 4.5 pages of some revisions and got through a whole
that's
scene.
like half.
I know
Almost,
a
right?
whole scene that I just had brackets that said "do something here." So I wrote 8 paragraphs and some dialogue of something there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yay! It was actually really productive.
I relate to that though. In my outline, there's currently 2 sections that are highlighted in blue, and they say might be some stuff missing here? Question mark.
Yeah. I have in my outline, I have at the very end of like a string of scenes, it says future me, put something here.
Right.
Well, it's not as bad as what Past Me did in the original outline, which at the end was like, I don't know, some stuff happens, the story ends, woohoo! And I was like,
Yeah.
I'll like you right now.
Yeah. Something happens, bing bang boom, ending. Roll credits.
Amazing ending, people cry.
Yeah. Claps
There was
around.
also like there was a note that was like, Sam has to figure out the breaking point. And I was like, oh, do we need one?
Well, I am Sam, and I have to figure out this breaking point. Fuck.
I figured it out. It's fine. And I
excuse
got
me
to
while I
avoid
eat some
using
dinner.
miscommunication, so that's all good.
Score.
I will defend miscommunication in the romance genre as a tried and true thing, and like it's realistic and stuff. I hate it, and I like when authors figure out a different way to give.
I was gonna say it depends on the miscommunication. I read some where it was real wild.
Look, I defend it as a concept, not
Yes.
every execution of it.
I will agree. I will agree with that as a concept.
Especially since like I've gotten into some pretty bad fights with people over miscommunication, so it's like it's very real. It's
the
just
autistic one all the time, especially at work. So many arguments. Well, they view it as arguments. I view it as talking to them.
for clarity, he's the autistic one.
I'm the autistic.
Well, if people don't know that, Cody, that would have sounded really bad.
Well, I said I'd be the autistic.
I didn't hear the me.
Which is fine. Again, miscommunication.
I was trying to prevent it.
But we caused it. Oh no.
Oh
We did a actual metaphor.
no.
A living metaphor.
Oh man.
I'm trying to figure out which StreamYard. Me, how dare you?
Okay, I forget your little is next to you, and so I hear the
right
voice and start looking around my
Like,
and like in a minute, I'm gonna.
Who snuck
Camera
in?
shy went. You can tell by the way he like started singing.
I'm gonna be like
"Mm."
looking around the room, and people are gonna be like, "What's he looking at?" I'm looking for the voice that I hear.
He's trying to find the ghostesses that are visiting him from my
Right.
end.
Yes.
You're the ghostesses. Procrastination, my writing by signed up for Hive. So what's Hive Social, Tiffany?
It's like where everybody from Twitter's going. I've been seeing it like on publishing.
I gotta look at it.
Like a
Oh,
Twitter
really?
file for publishing.
Excuse
Yeah,
me.
and I follow a lot of people. And I guess people are like bailing for Hive. So
All right, hold on. Let me.
I haven't done it because I
Look
can't do more
into-
social. Like, the idea of going to
I'm
another-
I'm very lazy, so like Instagram posts to everything for me.
Yeah, realistically, like
But- And I have my Twitter carefully curated for fandom and
Yeah,
like
same.
writing things mostly.
Same.
So like Saturday or Friday, I go on there because I wanted to look at some Zelda memes, and everybody's just talking about if Twitter ends, and I'm like, what?
No,
wait.
it did not end. Spoiler alert: it has not ended, but it
Yeah,
has to be weird. So
I made a post that was just like, well, here's my link tree.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what's going on, but
all the ads I got today were clearly for women because they were female hygiene and a brassiere company. And I thought to myself, I used to get ads that were a little more geared towards me. I was like, so something has gone awry.
Something
There you
happened.
This is not for me.
I get so many ads because I follow a lot of different things on TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok specifically. So like all of my ads are so wildly different, and now they're just the same like makeup ones, and I'm just like, why you're all the same? At least be different.
my ads get so thrown off because I'll see like something interesting and then I'll click on it and then the algorithm's like, oh, so she likes this, and I'm like, no, and then I just ignore ads for like the next 4 days, and they're like, we fucked up. And they'll give me something new, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting, and I click on it. It's just a never-ending cycle.
Oh wow.
Me and my two good friends, one of them's my roommate, we all have the same TikTok feed because we all send each other the same things. So literally my roommate will send me a TikTok I have already seen, or I will see an hour later. I'll do the same to him.
Uh-oh.
All right, RP's working on a timeline for their whip. Awesome. Shh. If you wish to help your brother on the game, you must go over there. You can't yell over me. I'm on live.
Barrett's looking for the ghosts.
I'm working on my thesis paper for school. Let's be real. I shall probably be reading The Paris Bookseller by Carrie Maher and not working on Nano. Let me know if it's good, though. I'm always looking for things to read. Working on chapter 19 of my whip. Yes. I'm working on cleaning. Got my kitchen done except for the floor, so I'll be doing that and whatever else I can get done this round. That's fair.
Come to my house. Conspire me to clean my house because
I now, my children are old enough and well organized enough that when I'm not feeling good, I just tell them what to do. So I'll be like, pick up the trash. They're really good if you give them hyper specific orders. But if you're just like, pick up the room, they're like, they've never cleaned anything in their life. But you're like, pick up all the trash. They're like digging under the couch and everything. And I'm like, I see where I've been going wrong all this time.
I see.
yeah,
I've seen the error of my ways.
whole no kids thing all wrong. I had no idea there was like born in labor.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah,
there
you can
it
turn
is.
the heater on. Oh yeah, definitely. I told my mom because my mom was complaining that certain things are just getting a little like harder and stuff, and I'm like, Mom, the children are all labor age. You can borrow them. I'll get a day off.
And they get to go visit grandma.
Well, like cleaning her pool because cleaning her pool is like really hard. My mom's one of those people who will overdo it very quickly, very easily because she'll just like hyper focus in and then not notice. So my sister called me and she's like, Sam, I'm sick and Mom wants to clean the pool. Can you bring the kids over? And I'm like, we're coming over. And so I had the children clean the pool and stuff. And that's when I talked to her. I was like, Mama, look, they're old enough. They like helping. They really enjoy helping. Yeah. So now she's like, my papa is too old to like mow. So now he started paying people to mow the yard. And so my mom's like, now I'll just tell him to like pay the kids. And I'm like, they want work. They have things to save up for.
Mowing and edging, roofing. I think we can really get them, you know.
Oh, they love it.
Yeah.
I'm working on. Sorry, I hit something with my elbow. I'm working on my nano project in the hopes of hitting 50K in the next few days. I hit 40K earlier. Nice. You can do it.
Wait.
What?
You hit 40K?
No, Violet hit 40K. No, words for their book. They're writing a book.
About me?
No, not about you. I had
Secretly.
I had a brilliant idea, or at least I currently think it's brilliant. So now I need to write it down before I forget. Yes, do it quickly.
Quickly.
Stopping by to say hi and hit the like button. Hi, thanks for stopping in. Gotta take a break from cleaning to cook supper. So commenting now because it'll take longer than what's left on the timer. That's fair.
Fair.
Hi, Vixen.
I
51
made
pages,
supper
sorry.
earlier today.
366 words. Noise. Dog. My dogs are safer than the kids.
Fair.
Got through the timeline of the story and most of the abilities the MC has. MC.
Okay.
Yes, I said that right.
Nice.
Got some good ideas and sources for my thesis paper, as well as got dinner. Noise.
Very productive.
Where's the child coming from? I need to move. See, the real question is, but is Barret safe from the kid?
I just see myself as like, you know, that Winona Ryder when they were winning some award for Stranger Things and she stood on stage and like looked at nothing for a little while. A gift. That's going to be me tonight every time I hear the kids talking.
He hears the whispers coming from the walls.
Mother.
Secret message. And
Are
I don't
you
know if you
there?
saw it earlier, but my youngest like put her hand in the camera and was like, "Mom,"
Oh my God.
to get my attention.
Mother.
233 words and fed the cat. Oh, very important.
She gets a puppet
love-
specifically for stream.
We also own that.
See, this is part of it. They like the responsibility, and like since they can conceptualize my chronic illness now too, they like we came home from grocery shopping, put all the groceries away, and I like crashed on the couch, and my youngest came up and hugged me, and she was like, "Get some rest now, Mom," and I was like, "Oh, I thank you. I will." So there's a lot of instances like that where it gives me such mixed feelings because on the one hand I'm like, oh, this is super sweet, on the other hand I'm like, you should not be this aware of certain things at your age, but here we are. Okay.
Oh. How did you
I'm,
go, Brent?
Yeah, how'd you do that sprint, ma'am?
let me put up the poll and then I will inform you.
Oh. Not me.
Earlier
Nope.
today I made ravioli lasagna.
Okay,
my
it's up anyway.
See?
It is super lazy and I love it and it's great.
Fox is being mean to me. He quoted me. He's like, she's someone who will overdo it very easily. Fox, wow, who else is like that? Look, the apple did not fall far from the tree. Okay,
Ooh.
sir. But
Pot, meat kettle.
it's me and my mom. But so Fox and I decided that unless I change my mind, my blurb for the web page is done. And then I asked him what else I need, and I need to write another blurb, which I got half through. I need to do 2 taglines, and I started listing out all of the fight scenes that I have planned so I can decide what kind of animal shifters they are. I know what one is, but I don't know about the rest because I want to do research on animals. Because anytime like I make a magical or just inhuman race that has to deal with animals, I like to look up the animal so that I can get some good inspiration. But I also don't let it limit me too much per se. So like if I want, like if I'm doing a mer person and I want them to be inspired by a certain fish, but I also want them to be able to do some other magic bullshit, I'm just gonna like do both.
They're just doing the magic bullshit.
Yeah, but I like things that are close referential. So for example, if I had a bunch of different kinds of shifters, I still keep the kind of alpha thing, but that's more like for gorilla or ape ones because they actually do have that social structure in the wild. Whereas wolves, I make it different, like just based on the pack. Different packs have different social because they're all still half human. So at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I like taking inspiration from the animals. So like if they're a jaguar, I'll have them be like bigger and more muscly. And then like my cheetah's a little anxious string bean because cheetahs are anxious string beings that are bad at existing, but they're my favorite.
I've recently learned that I really want to be a creature designer. So like on my Amazon wish list, I have so many books about animals, like all
Really?
of the books, like anything from like children's books to like how to draw them. And I'm just like, I want all the animal books. Thank you. Also, I love animals. So
My mom had me signed up to this. I don't remember what it was called, but it was this thing that came in the mail. You got a folder, and then you got a card every month, and that is where the majority of the knowledge I have for wild animals like began and cemented, and they're still just random facts I know because I read those cards when I was a kid.
National Geographic, animal documentaries, love them. Morgan Freeman, mwah. Love nature documentaries.
Also, Fox informed me I don't actually have to write the text for my website, but he feels I would prefer if I wrote my text.
It's like I could do it, but it's your website. I prefer you do it.
Oh no, he'd have a field day. For gorillas, you can call the head guy the silverback. Yeah, so you could do something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like it's so ingrained to them that the silverback is the leader or the alpha that you can introduce a silverback to a what's the word I'm thinking of? To a pre-existing family pack that doesn't have a silverback, and they'll like once they've adjusted to each other and accepted them, they'll just default to the silverback being the leader. So I learned about gorillas this summer because I read the one and only Ivan, and then started looking up a bunch of stuff because I wanted to know how accurate it was. And I was like,
I'll give you a point for walking through a zoo during a WWW.
oh yeah, that was last year. Boo at the Zoo. Our zoo does a Halloween event every year. It's like every event. I know silverback's the species name though, but like there's ones that have silverbacks and the other ones don't have silverbacks. It's a thing. Look it up. I always say don't
Google it.
I always say don't take my word for it. Always look it up because I have brain fog and I could misremember things easily. But yeah, our zoo does a special Halloween event every year, and we take my whole family. Like Halloween is our big family holiday in my family, so we all go to Boo at the Zoo together. And one year, the Dubba 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 just happened to land on the only weekend my whole family could go to Boo at the Zoo.
Yeah.
So I was like, which my family is awesome. They're very understanding and supportive of my writing and my online platform and everything. So I was like, hey guys, I need to be on camera for like 15, 20 minutes when we first get to the zoo. I'm like, is that okay? And my mom's like, as long as I don't have to be on camera, I don't care.
Don't turn it at me. We good.
And I was like, just don't walk behind me. And she's like, well, if I walk behind you, I walk behind you.
If I do it, whatever.
It's an issue until she has to put in effort, and then she's like,
I have to think about where I'm going now. Maybe. Never mind.
But it was fine, and I did it, and then after the ceremony, I just signed off, and we had a good time.
Yeah.
Also, thankfully, my sister, who's the forever aunt, just took charge of being in charge of my children with my husband for me. So,
Well, handy.
yes.
Handy in the clutch. Don't forget to vote people on the sprint length.
Oh, I just like
This is
closed
not
it.
a democracy, it's a cheerocracy.
Until Sam sees it, then she's like, I'm choosing whichever I want.
Right. They're like 15 minutes and she's like an
I do
hour.
what I want. I know it wasn't even on the poll, but we're doing 45 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
None of you voted for it, but we're doing it anyway. Did I vote? I did vote.
30 actually won fair and square, I think. It's
It
not
did.
popping up for me to confirm, so.
I think it was at 66%. and then 25 was at
Something like that.
33%. So it was either 30 or 25.
This is like one of the longest it's ever taken for it to pop up in chat. So I need to change my banners. Hold on, everybody. There we go. All right, are we ready?
C.
Go, Cody.
Okay, we're gonna go in a 3Z, a 2Z, a 1Z, cozy.
I don't like onesies though.
Why not?
So hard to
like,
get out if you go to the bathroom.
Can't pee.
Y'all are picking the wrong onesies.
We're back.
Whoa!
I was mildly distracted by my child, so I had to go find my playlist to pause it before I could come back. So how did everybody do that sprint?
I ordered a new phone. I've signed up for a new phone service.
Noise.
Finally. It was so convoluted. I was on their, it's Google Fi, and I was on their support ticket team 5 different times.
Oh no.
The first person I interrogated for a good hour to get everything. And then it was just like, it fell apart from there. Because I'm like, how do I, what? This doesn't make sense. And then they're like, no, you have to do this, and then this, and then this. I'm like, this does not make any sense. Okay, whatever. But it's been done and taken care of. It's on the way.
Yay.
I'm
I
so excited.
oh sorry.
Do you go on circles?
Who
Oh,
go?
step on you.
Yeah, it's
Oh, no. I just am mucho excited.
Oh, good. Well, I can't wait for it to come in. That'll be a relief. I got through another 4 pages, so really making some progress. I'm gonna hit my short goal easy, and who knows how far I'll get tonight. I hope to hit 9, and I'm gonna. So
That's awesome.
um,
Let me go put up the poll for our final sprint.
Oh.
Sorry, you can keep talking.
No, I was just saying I had very little hopes that I would be productive in the evening because I start to because I'm an old. But
it's because of my superpower.
No, like I told you earlier.
Tina tells me all the time. She'll go on about how she likes. I do work and chill in my server where we just sit in a call and exist together while we mutually do work on different things because I just function better with another human being there. That's one of the downsides of the outgoing extrovert. We don't have much energy without other people around. So, and Tina will be like, I don't know how. I'm just like 10 times more productive when I'm in a call with you. And I'm like, I don't know how either because I just exist. That's all I do.
yeah,
I just live here.
I go here.
Does she even go here?
But I gave her a pass. It's fine. But I'm really glad that you've already gotten a lot done. And I hope we can help you hit that,
Yeah, I'm like, I wanted to hit 9 today, and I got with that 4 and the 4.5 from before, almost 5.
Oh yeah,
I'm almost there.
Yes.
And that's without me mathing.
The math for me. I decided that, I was going back and forth between tasks because as I write the blurb, I then send it to Fox to get his opinion on it because he's like my alpha critique partner. So while I waited for him, I went through and I decided on the animal for at least most of the shifters, so I can start researching things. And I also finished the blurb, so now I just need to do the 2 taglines.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
My brain is functioning now.
I like it.
Super achieved. Gonna rest a few minutes, then get back to work. I'm really proud of my progress today. I did more in one day than I did in the past 2 weeks. Nice.
Love it.
Very happy for you, Mary. Hi, Anna. Oh, I love Heart Breathing stuff. I have subscribed to her, and I mean to go through and bench her videos, but I just have not yet. Of course, I missed the last few videos, but I just got up to date with them today. Yes, good. 525 words for that sprint and hit 41K for the day. Nice.
3 to go.
Yes. Amendment. I hit 41K today, not for the day.
I kind of assumed it was a misspeak. That would be amazing, though. Can you imagine getting 41,000 words in it? That would be a whole middle grade book for me. That would be like,
a
done.
whole book in a day. Yeah, I want to. It's a dream, not a dream I'll reach anytime soon. But
Tis a dream.
Figured out the details of a couple of major plot points and worked on the details of the magic system. Nice. Is it a hard or a soft magic system? I know that soft magic systems don't have to have a lot of rules and stuff, but some people still like to have like
Yeah.
little things. Hi, Michael. Not you.
Hi, Michael. Not you.
I knew. Child. We have discussed that they use their gamer tags online and stuff, and they're not supposed to use their real names, but they come out every now and then. So, and I knew right after I said it, I was like, he's right behind me.
Oh no.
Hey yo, and welcome.
Welcome to the chaos.
Hashtag multiple
You're just great.
Michaels. I think it is consistently on like the most popular names lists, along with Samantha. My mom, when I was naming my oldest, she informed me I was not allowed to name him what I wanted to name him because it was a super common name. And I just looked at her and I was like, says the woman who named me Samantha in the 90s.
I will say with the inclusion of the two here, I now know 13 Mikes, Michaels, Mikeys, or any variations of that name.
I did.
I know
13, and 2 of them I'm related to.
I know a few too. Mikey's, Mike's, Mikkel.
That was my husband.
Yeah, I know 13. It's wild.
That's a lot.
You're telling me.
There's like at least 3 or 4 that my mom's related to, which is why she didn't want me to do it. And then she was like, I'll just call him something else. And I'm like, I don't care.
That's hilarious.
I have 50 nicknames. It's fine.
When I become an uncle for my sister's kids, I'm just gonna call them like 4. Hey, number 4, come over here.
Number 4.
Cat, come here. I'm just gonna make up random names.
My oldest, for a while would just go through his name in different languages because it's one of the names that exist in so many languages. And then at some point I just started calling him Michelub, which is not a real word. It's just something I started doing, but that's the one that stuck for some reason. And then one day he just goes, Mom, I like it because it means Michael, I love you. And I'm like, is that what it means? Okay.
Oh.
I'm like, it works for me.
I did not intend, but I will take it.
He speaks dyslexic. It's fine.
I think about that TikTok I sent you way too often in my life.
Which TikTok?
The one where the guy's like,
so many.
The most recent one where the guy's like, the fun thing about being dyslexic is we have to play the game with the spell check to get just close enough for it to correct us.
I don't understand why you chose to attack me so violently that day.
Listen, my For You page came from my throat first, and I was like, Sam, I have to send this to you. I was assaulted. It is a hit and run.
Every time TikTok comes for me or Cody, we're like, well, I can't be the only one in pain today.
Yeah. Every time we'll be like, how dare you attack me on this day?
I'm just like, Google understands me perfectly fine. I don't understand why spell check can't.
Listen, me and me.
Cody,
and
there was a word the other day. I mixed up 2 of the letters, right? It was all the right letters were there. Most of them were in order, but 2 of them were backwards just because I typoed. It was like a legit typo, not my dyslexia. My fingers just fucked up. Spell check was like, this doesn't look like any language upon this earth. And I'm like,
I've been
there.
It's
a good thing I already know what it is. I then dyslexic fuck up a word so bad, I don't even know what the word is. And spell check's like, did you mean this? And I'm like, why do you suddenly understand me? And then again, it didn't understand anything, but I was just like,
me and the word inconvenience are gonna fight because I have to be like in hone v ni ants.
Isn't there an I in there somewhere?
There is, but that's the knee is an I. So it's just like I hit enter, like, okay, is it right? Is it right? And I wait because it takes a second to process. It's like, you're wrong. I'm like, how am I wrong? And it's just like 2, like I did an A instead of an I or an A instead of an E or something else. And I'm like, I fucking hate it here.
It's one of the harder words for me to break down because, first of all, one of the symptoms of dyslexia is difficulty, and depending on the kind of dyslexia you have, the inability to break words down by their sound.
Oh yeah,
But that
that's
is
why
my
I noticed. I was like,
saving grace.
in.
So I'm like in conven, and then the IE fucks me up because I'm like,
Yeah.
how do break those sounds up? They make
Yeah, because
the
I'm like, I
same
literally have to be
sound
like,
together.
in convenience.
The
I have
only
to break
reason
it down to words that doesn't sound like it.
the
for
only
me to-
reason I know how to spell conscience is because it's conscience. They
Mm.
con you with the science.
And
And then at some point over the past five years, I realized conscience and conscience are homophones, and I hate it now.
Oh, dessert. I hate dessert and chef and chief, dessert and desert. I hate it with an immense. In college and collage, I hate them all.
Have I ever told you the way that I figured out how to explain why language is hard for dyslexics in a way that people who aren't dyslexic can understand?
I think we've had this conversation before, but I don't remember the method.
Barrett, would you like to know?
I do.
I was like, I just looked up, unfortunately.
So,
and
explain now. When they first teach us how to read, they tell us to sound everything out, right?
Sound it out, yeah.
So, in which, and which, or in which, and whichever, right?
Yeah.
No, it's which, and sandwich. That's the one I used. All right. So in which, and sandwich, which has the H, which one has the T, and which one doesn't have either? And then like, so is it sandwich that has the T, or does which have like, because it's all the same sounds. And
Right.
I like did this to somebody so bad, they sat there and they're like, wait. I accidentally gaslit them into forgetting how to spell all these words. But I was like, yeah. So like that's like dyslexia is like that, but with all the words.
All of them.
So
and it's so like the word unfortunately, I literally have to be like for tuna te li in order to get it to even be close.
I'm lucky with unfortunately because I know how to spell fortune.
I can't. I literally have to be like
extras.
I literally have to be like for tuna. Like that's the only way I can for tuna te. Okay, I know there's an in front of it. It's I hate it.
Oh, it's a soft magic system. A few
Oh.
hard rules, but not very many.
Ooh.
Those are my favorite.
Those are my favorite too.
How I feel about Jose, I'm related to like 20 and know a whole bunch more. There.
Yeah, I feel that.
I call my 18-month-old niece Creature. She laughs and smiles.
Yep, I'm gonna do that.
Oh, do you guys do the
My
thing with your
children are
pets?
Gremlin, Goblin. What
Mhm.
else do I call you?
Munchkins. I call every child a munchkin. Short stack.
Demon Spawn at some point when they were teething.
Do you do this thing with your pets that I do where you have a pet and they have a name and then you just do a nickname or like a variant of that name and then it just spirals to like we have a dog, her name is Bella. At my parents' house we used to have a dog named Bella, so like I have like a whole bunch of nicknames. It's like Bella Della, Bella Novella, Bella Dini.
Mm-hmm.
We also call her Bean, so it's Beanie, Beanie Deanie, Beanie Bobini, Miss Bella Della Bobini Dodini, and it just goes on. It just gets more wild. The people are like, "What is her name?"
Well,
I don't do it with my pets, but I used to do that to my sisters.
Like all the pets I've ever had, they started with like
my
a normal
children
name.
take it too personal. I can't do it with them. Even when my sisters took it personal, I didn't care because they were my sisters, but I have to be more responsible with my children.
Yeah.
When I hear the name Michael, I think of Ness Smith, Monkeys Forever.
Oh.
Not you. My mom calls him Monkey, so that was like double him in the single.
Oh, see.
My Google spell check hates me, not because I spell everything wrong, but because I switch between American English and European English. It hates that. Bruh! All right. Look, I spelled catalog the European way, and I don't know why, as I was born and raised in America, and I don't understand why I spelled catalog the European way. So when I was having some of my friends proofread a short for me, I was like, all right, guys, I need you to check for European spellings because I don't know if like I fucked up and did this again because I read so much shit. And my friend was like, oh, I spell that the European way too. And I'm like, sir, you were raised in Ohio. What?
What is the European way you add an E at the end, right? Or am I dumb?
No, well, hold on.
I was like, how do you spell catalog? Hold on. Spell catalog.
One of the ways is catalog, and the other one is caluge.
Because I know color. It's COLLOUR.
Okay, catalog is the American way. Caluge is the European way, which caluge has a UE at the end.
Okay, no, I spell it the American way. Because it's cat a log.
Yeah. No, I spell it caluge because it looked fancy. And that's what stuck in my head.
Real fancy.
I spelled one word the European way the other day, and I don't understand how I also
I think it's just because I learned to spell the word lounge first. They kind of look alike.
Yeah.
Although I do consume a lot of European media, so it would make sense. And still,
I make everything a dessert. I mean, a dessert. There are no desserts in my vocabulary. Only desserts.
Do not ask me.
There's some really hot, humid desserts in my living until my friends edit it for me.
On Facebook one day, there was one point where I was going to a community college. And I was like, guys, I'm going to college, but I spelled it like collage.
Why are you attacking me? I struggle with rhyme and rhythm so hard.
Oh God, sir, not on this day.
English language is stupid and crazy hard, not harm. Sam has said this before, but the way we're taught the English language is completely wrong. Yes, because they try to teach us American English with British English rules, but we are an amalgamation of so many languages, it doesn't work. You can't congregate moose the same way you congregate. Hold on, what was it?
Conjugate.
Moose, goose, and another one. You can't conjugate them the same, even though they're all ooses, because moose is just moose or mooses, and then goose is geese.
And geese are terrifying.
They're mean.
I call my sister's pet sperm. Oh, my sister's kids.
Oh, that's cute.
But they're only halves, but they're also half egg. That's leaving out the mom's contribution. I have an aunt. I have an aunt who had a cat with an actual name. Then they kept saying "damn it" so often it started responding to it.
That's funny.
I call my cat Balder Brat so often that when I say Brat now, he kind of looks at me like, "Do you mean me?"
I've been calling our cat Thornton. I don't know why I just started one day. I was like, "Hi, Thornton." And every time it's like, "Thornton, what are you doing?" Thornton. They don't meow at me.
My spell check also hates me because I'm constantly switching between American English and British English. I did a study abroad semester in London. See, at least you have a legitimate reason for doing it. I don't know why I do it.
I was gonna say
catalog and cataluge. Yeah, we were trying to remember which one was which. My version of English changes based on the character. Right now, I have one American character and one British characters as the main characters. That makes sense.
I enjoy that.
You okay?
I was listening to a romance book, and one of the characters was
I'm
British.
about to go on a sprint. I'll help you.
So, of course, when it was from his POV, of course, the narrator had, the British accent, but also read everything as if like it was ours instead of ass. And I'm like, I like this. I enjoy this. It feels like a thing everyone should do, Mary. But sometimes people don't.
I saw
Mary, what mostly happened is I double confused my son because my mom calls him Monkey, so
Munchkin, little brat, baby potato.
My mom calls the kids her little monsters because their name for her is Nano Witch. Because my mother was we're very we have 4 generations alive and active in the family. So there are so many different words for grandma being used. And so my mom wanted a special one that didn't sound like anybody else's. So she is Nano Witch.
Oh
And
man.
the children are her little monsters.
When a while ago, my dad.
Oh shit. Did anybody see what won the poll?
Oh, hold on.
30 minutes got 41%.
Yeah. So my family
Because everybody
is.
heard that I said it was the prettiest number.
It's the one I always vote for because it's the longest. My family is from Czechoslovakia, at least on my dad's side. So we always call my grandpa from that side Papa. And my dad's like, if I ever have a grandson, I am not being called Papa. That's not what's happening. Me, I'm like, I can't wait to teach this kid to call him Papa. I'm so excited. I'll be like, go up to grandma and call him Papa.
It's wild for me sometimes because like I call my aunt her name's Serena and I've called her Ree since I was a kid. Like she's only 12 years older than me, so she's more like a slightly older sister.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since my mom and my aunt have never lived like more than 10 minutes apart. So she's like practically my second mom. So she's like that weird mix between a mom and a sibling. So I just call her Ree. And then like I have to, when I'm talking to my kids, I'm like, yeah, we're going to Ree's. And they're like, who? And I'm like, Mima, we're going to Mima.
You have to remember the name change. Like, that's funny.
They're finally starting to catch on that Mima is Ree, but sometimes I still have. When I'm talking to any of my sisters or my cousins' kids or something, I'll be like Ree, and they just look at me like, "Who the fuck is that?
Who that?" Like Mima. Oh, Mima. Like, yeah.
It's like one day you will all learn.
You will all learn my ways.
It's actually Chinese zodiac wise. My aunt Ree is a horse. I'm a horse, and my youngest is a horse. So
I'm a dog. Oh. I'm a dog. Duh.
My children are a rabbit, a snake, and I almost forgot what the horse was, but I just said it. Yeah, you're the horse.
Was that the youngest?
Oh no. Yes.
I thought so.
Are you having an existential crisis now?
Just a disembodied voice in the distance.
When we start this, my oldest just goes, "If I'm a rabbit, why don't I like carrots?" Mysterious expression. Contemplate.
Fair.
I love that. I love that so much. That's a fair statement.
Really good point.
It's a very good question.
All
right,
I'll the good ones, kid.
I'll count us down. 3, 2, 1, go. And we're back. So, how did everybody do during that final round?
I have completed my drawing homework for the day. I have now come to the realization that I may have to go to Meyer after this and pick up some more pencils because I've already had to sharpen this boy 4 times today, and I'm about to have to do it again. Because today was dynamic mark making, and the dude's like, if you don't break your pencil, you're not pushing down hard enough. So I'm like, I'm gonna push down hard, and broke it 3 times. So I did the assignment right.
Cody was like, challenge accepted.
So then I was Googling, I'm like, Myers has number 2 pencils, which this is pretty much is a number 2 pencil for like 89 cents for a pack of 8. I said, perfect.
I'd give you some, Cody. They're all sharpened.
I would love them. So I'll just sneak on down to Tennessee real quick. Don't mind me, guys.
I'll give you some. Because my children were using erasable pens to do their homework, but then their teachers were like, "Dude, please have them do it in pencil." And I was like, "Ugh, now I gotta go buy pencils."
Yeah, these ones don't have erasers because they are like, they're like drawing pencils, sketching pencils. But now I'm like,
yes.
Then it's like number 2 pencils are pretty much the same thing as this. The graphic might be slightly different. I'll figure out my preferred later. I'm sketching and doing doodles for now. I'm a chew through pencils and paper. So
The poor tree.
Fair. I have no pencils to share. Sorry, Cody, but I would get some if
That's
you
fine.
were swinging through town. I have finished my working and moved into the fruit snacks portion of the night.
Nice.
Okay.
My self-care before bed. Little
Awesome.
fruit snack, read a little bit, wind it down.
I did the taglines and then started researching kangaroos and the because Fox reminded me kangaroos were a thing, and I was like, that would be perfect for a boxer. So I'm very excited about that. But yeah, so I realized my knowledge of kangaroos is nowhere as in depth as my knowledge of all things wildcat, so I have to research into that. But I was also heavily distracted by a certain child who got lost in a dungeon. But I had the children get ready for bed, grab their pre-bed snacks and everything. I will still exist until like 3 a.m, though, so my pre-bed routine doesn't remotely begin yet.
Hers hasn't even started. Not even close.
I have been sleeping before 1 a.m. the past couple weeks, so I'm very proud of myself. But then I wake up at 5 a.m, and I don't like that. So I've been debating pushing my schedule, but we'll see. It's a holiday.
I have to work out when I get home. Okay.
Geese invade the beach of Essie's hometown every year. Not a fan of them. Neither am I, especially since their conjugation should be gooses. I'm very not fond of the word geese.
I live in Michigan, which is like the border to Canada, so a lot of times geese will just chill here. And you can always tell when geese are nearby because there's just piles of shit everywhere.
Oh no.
God, it's goose season. All the fucking geese fly north.
Welcome back. Close to 36K. Awesome, Laura. 409 words for the final sprint and 3,351 for the day.
Way to go.
How much what? I don't know. I haven't checked recently. This vampire romance may become a duology. Ooh. Duology, you say? There's so many wrenches being thrown.
My interest has been piqued.
Oh yeah, Laura's writing I think it's both the vampires are male from the art that I saw commissioned. I think. I read some more of the Paris bookseller. I don't feel like counting pages. It's fair.
Fair.
Distractions abounded this sprint. That's okay though. It's the last sprint, and we've been doing some long sprints, so it's getting to the end of the night for many people.
Right.
Finished the magic system rules and figured out what I was going to call both types of magic users. Finally, nice. 258 words this round, and I'm closing in on I almost said 308. 3,800. My rating goal for November is 40,000, so I'm doing good, I think. Very nice. Think I'm ready to actually start writing the book. Ooh, that's exciting.
Ooh.
Goose season. Very familiar with that. Yes, there you go, Cody. You can be even more excited.
See, I'm intrigued, but I will let you know vampires are not my favorite, although I did read one book that was like, okay, maybe on the vampire bandwagon.
What about vampires in the season of Goose, though? Like,
Okay, here's the thing: are they fighting the goose, or
I
are they
don't know.
fighting with the goose?
I mean,
But
this
what
could
if-
be you.
But what if the vampire who's bad at being a vampire is terrified of geese?
Okay, I would be in. That would be okay. Or it's a vampire goose.
Oh,
I know where to go.
Their teeth are already terrifying.
The magical chicken is actually a magical goose.
How dare you? He is a miracle chicken, and he will stay that way, Cody. What kind of animals do I include in my story? So, because I don't know how you feel about porcupines, I would actually be down with porcupines. I have 2 scenes where I may add 2 more shifters, but I haven't decided if I need to yet. I will, however, write down porcupines because that's intriguing and I could have fun with that. But as far as what kinds of
I'm
animals
also
I
gonna
include in
write
my
down.
stories, pretty much anything that I think would fit or I can have fun with. So, like my Mermurder story, the main character, he is a merman inspired by a lionfish. So, and I had fun with his toxins a bit and the like spine thingies.
And his name is Eric.
Yes, his name is Eric.
And his rival, his
just
name is
you?
Bruce.
I will write a
Bruce
story
Allen.
from Bruce's perspective one day. But
I will
as
beta
far,
read the fuck out of it.
as far as in my current whip, which I've titled kind of, I don't know if I should announce what the title is yet, though. I'll figure that out later. But the main character is a were-jaguar, and there is some side characters include Miguel, the were-tiger, and Chirpy, the were-cheetah, which that's his nickname. Because cheetahs chirp. They don't make...
Do they?
Yes! Look up a cheetah chirping. Okay, you know how like some house cats kind of sound like they chirp?
I was going to say, our cat chirps.
Mm-hmm.
Cheetah.
They mostly chirp. They chirp, and I think they can purr.
Cheetah
But
chirp.
yeah, so my whole thing with Chirpy the cheetah is that the way he talks is like, because he's the towel and water boy for the pit fighting arena, and so he'll just be like, "Water, don't." That's just like how he talks, because he's so anxious and terrified around all of these other like big, like beefy murder shifters, and he's just this little tiny thing who has severe anxiety handing out water and towels.
I love him.
And I love him so much. But yeah, I also will have a were kangaroo, and what did I decide the other thing was? A bear. I'll have a bear. I am leaving the animal identity of my climatic fight a secret, though, because I'm super excited for reader reactions to it, because I don't think it's something that most people would think of. It's also something that like my husband suggested, and then I immediately forgot he suggested it, and then I went on a stream and I was like, yeah, I figured out what I want. And he was like in chat and he's like, you mean I figured it out? And I'm like, did you? It felt like such a me thing. But no, yeah, I remember you suggesting it now. So there was that. But yeah.
I heard porcupine shifter. My brain was like, as they're shifting, they get real upset because the quills start to poke out and like ruin their clothes. And it's their favorite shirt or favorite article of clothing. They're like, no.
Every time they get mildly angry at something, you're just like, and they're like, this was my favorite shirt.
Yeah, and they get more angry when more quills come out.
Last week.
Yeah.
I really want the
Unless they
story
get
to
like
become
road rage
animation.
while driving, so they take out the.
Oh, if they have road rage? Oh. And they have to take it to the car dealership. They're like, why are there so many holes in this car seat?
They
My
have
dog.
to pay for their interior to be reupholstered
Again. And they come home and the roommate's like, just reading a newspaper on the in the living room, like, so you had to get your car reupholstered again. Shut up. Interesting.
I would love for any and all of my stories to be animated because I love the way that a lot of animation studios do magic and stuff. So that would be my preference.
Cool.
I was also thinking when you mentioned cheetahs, I remember tigers.
Vampire cook. You definitely CRPC. We're on the same. Everybody.
We're all, geese are truly the true apex predators.
I think this is about like. I think Michael is encouraging a war with the geese, which I'm here for.
There, I was watching a few TikToks, as one does, and supposedly large cats like tigers, like you to hold their tooth. Like a lot of the hands,
small
just,
cats
will hold
do
their tooth, and it's just like, they're like, oh, and like so many people are like, they're gonna bite your hand off. It's like, actually, it's a sign of affection. They're just like,
with our cats, we do this, and the cats just sit there with their teeth on your finger. So it's I believe there's only considered to be 3 true big cats because they're the only ones who roar. And it's a jaguar, tiger, and lions.
Yeah, it was just
none of the other cats can roar.
Yeah, but it was just super cute. She was just holding on to his little tooth as she's like jostling his head up and down gently. You know, she's like, "Oh, are you a nasty predator? Are you gonna bite my hand off like the other people say?"
To be fair, the sound that a cougar makes is 10 times scarier than a roar. So cougars, sound. Yeah, okay. You know the sound bite that's used in like most animation and movies that's like, yeah, that's a cougar.
Oh, that sound. Okay.
Yeah. Did you know there's actually no such thing as a panther?
Also, cougars chirp too. I did not know there's no such thing as a panther. What?
Panthers are just what happens when there's, I forgot the M word, but it's basically a mutation with jaguars or leopards. So a panther is, when you see a panther, it is most likely either a jaguar or a leopard.
Manalistic color variant of the leopard or the jaguar. Wow.
Manalistic, that's the word.
Google is your best friend.
And jaguars and leopards are, in fact, very different cats. They like even have different hunting behaviors and everything. Jaguars are like beefier. They're more muscly. They're the apex predators of their food chains. They are such precise and skilled killers. They can take out like caimans and alligators and anacondas. They're impressive. Leopards are not the apex predator, and therefore they have developed ways to hide their food from predators who would steal it by putting their kills up in a tree. So that's why if you're like ever walking through the jungles of Asia and see an animal up in a tree or something, it's probably a leopard's lunch.
Yeah, he better walk away real quick because he's probably nearby.
Walk the other way.
I was just gonna say another animal fact.
If they can roar, they can't purr for some reason.
That's interesting.
Cody, they're Googling animal sound.
Yes, I love animals. Did you miss me earlier? I love animals.
I'm only sad that Matt's not here because Matt also has a passion for big cats and he also knows a lot of it, especially the cheetah. I had never met anybody else who loves the cheetah or knows as much about cheetahs as I do. And then Matt and I started fangirling over cheetahs.
What about hyenas' laughs are like they're about to rip your face off. They're not. That is not a good thing if you hear a hyena laugh.
No. All right.
That is a sign of you're gonna die.
We should wrap up now because now we've devolved into
animal talks
about animals. I'm very passionate about animals.
It's either animals or food that it happens to.
My greatest passions in life.
Animals and food. Same.
All right.
I'm with you on that boat.
Yes. See. All right. Barret, you get to do your outro first.
You're in the hot seat.
I'm just gonna say thanks for having me. This was a ton of fun. I was a lot warmer at 7 than I am at 10. Like,
you're fine.
Love everybody. Come and hang out with us again. This was great. Have me come play again. I'll come.
All right.
Cody.
All right, cool. Hello, hi, everybody. My name is Cody Keller. I'm a gay artist. Like to make gay chicks freak. Who've had too good for too long. Y'all know me. Y'all know my outro. Follow me on social media. Links down below. Anywho, next.
Hi, I'm writing while in Samantha L. Nasset. This is my channel where I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer parent things, and I do my whole thing at the beginning and the end because otherwise Fox might fire me. If you would like to read a
He hasn't
sample
yelled at
of
me
my
about it yet.
writing, you can go to my website, samanthaalnasset.com, where I have 2 stories, a flash fiction and a short story up. You can read them. They're really good. I'm not biased at all. And if you like them, you can sign up to my newsletter where you will have exclusive early access to be able to beta read my future short stories and novels.
Her short stories are really good. I am also not biased, but they're really good.
You can also stay up to date with all things Sam, so you know which months I'm more dead than others. If you enjoyed your time here, you can like the stream, subscribe, ring-a-ding the bell so you're always alerted. And if you would like to tip me, you can do so at my Ko-fi listed down below.
Give Sam the monies.
Thank you all for coming. Thanks for hanging out with us. It was a really good time. And if you're catching it on the replay, thanks muchly. I forgot how to talk. See you next time. Bye.
Goodbye.